to this problem. Let's factor x plus y cubed. If I factor that, that factors into a binomial and a trinomial. We just factored, but we're going to practice again. Cube root of x cubed is x. Copy down your sign. Cube root of y cubed is y. Square your first term, x squared. Opposite sign. Multiply that term times that one. Ignore the signs. xy. Last one's positive. Square your y. So that ended up being x plus y times x squared minus xy plus y squared. If you want more problems to practice factoring cubes, I can send them your way. Look at your first. And this thing is what greater than 0 is what we're trying to figure out. This is another way to write x cubed plus y cubed. We know that's greater than 0. And in clue 1, we're given that this is positive. So what we need to figure out is x squared minus xy plus y squared greater than 0? Note, this term is always positive because you're squaring it. This term is always positive because you're squaring it. And the squares will always be bigger than the product. Okay? So if you want it, I can verify with a few numbers. Let me see. X plus y is greater than 0. So I could say 3 plus a negative 2. X is 3 and y is negative 2 is greater than 0. So then plug in an x of 3 and a y of a negative 2. So I'm going to plug in here. That's going to give me 9 minus 3 times negative 2 plus a negative 2 squared. Is that positive? Ends up being 9 plus 6 plus 4. That's greater than 0. That works. So if x or y, if one's positive and one's negative, as long as the positive one's larger than the negative one, that's going to work. Because this product will be negative and you got a minus sign in front. Your only other case would be like if you had let x be 3 and let y be 2. X equal 3 because so then you get 9 minus 3 times 2 is 6 plus 4. Once again, these squares are always going to be larger than when you multiply them together. So bottom line is clue 1 works. It's greater than 0. Now xy is greater than 0. That's not going to work because if you go back to your original, you've got x cubed plus y cubed is greater than 0. This clue, all it tells you is they're either both negative or they're both positive. And if they're both negative, like a negative 2 cubed plus a negative 3 cubed, that's not going to be greater than 0. Of course, if they're both positive, 2 cubed plus 3 cubed, then that will work. But you don't know whether they're both positive or both negative. So your answer is only A works. Before I work this problem, I'm going to show you how you factor cubes. If you have x cubed plus y cubed, it factors into a binomial and a trinomial. The first thing you do is you take the cube root of this first term. The cube root of that would be x. You copy down the same sign, and you take the cube root of y cubed, which would be y. Now you forget about the original problem. To get your first term here, take your first term and square it. Opposite sign of the original. And the way you get your middle term is you just multiply these two things together. X times y. The last term's always positive. The way you get your last term, you square the y. The way I remember my signs, it's same, opposite, plus. Let's do another one. Let's say you have x cubed minus 8, which is x cubed minus 2 cubed. It's going to factor into a binomial and a trinomial. Cube root of x cubed is x. Copy down your sign. Cube root of 2 cubed is 2. To get your trinomial, first term, square that. Opposite sign, multiply x times 2. You are ignoring this sign. 2x. Plus, square your last term, 4. Okay, so let's go